So given that the new John Wick movie, Chapter 3, Parabellum, is currently out in cinemas, and now they're saying that they're going to be releasing a Chapter 4, I thought, why not go back to Chapter 1? Which, in my opinion, as somebody who really dislikes, in fact, hates most action movies, I genuinely really like this movie, especially as an action movie. And we're gonna get into why this action movie in particular is so different from a lot of action movies I've seen later on in this video. But first, let me give a special thanks to New Class for guessing what I'm reviewing this week. If you are interested in guessing what I'll be reviewing on the next video, then please make sure to check the description. Anywho, John Wick was directed by Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, and it is starring Keanu Reeves. In fact, Keanu Reeves and Chad Stahelski go way back when. In fact, they worked together on The Matrix. Chad Stahelski was Neo's stunt double, and Neo was played by Keanu Reeves. John Wick is about a retired assassin who recently lost his wife to cancer, and her final gift to him was a little beagle puppy. This little puppy is all that John has to fill that void in his heart. However, on one night, Iosif and his mobster friends break into John's house and murder his puppy. However, little do they know that they messed with the wrong guy. They messed with the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. This movie was practically written for Keanu. It's pretty much like life imitates art because he had similar tragedies happen in his life. So I can definitely see somewhat of a connection between that. And also, if you've seen the movie, there is a part where he talks about coming back.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Now, in that respect, it certainly is life imitating art because for 6 years, up until he did 47 Ronin, he was only in crappy movies. But then after 47 Ronin, which got people kind of like asking like, whoa, is he back? Is he gonna return? He did John Wick. So he did his own little comeback in terms of Hollywood. But John Wick also features Alfie Allen as the role of Iosif, who you might recognize from the renowned Game of Thrones. And then we've got Michael Nyqvist playing the role of Viggo, who you might recognize from the 2009 The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And finally, we have a wonderful performance from Lance Reddick as the hotel manager, who you might recognize from the TV series Lost. In John Wick, we see some amazing, stunning stuntmanship and incredible choreography, especially within long takes, which is super complicated to do and super complex, so you can only imagine the stress of that. In addition, that nightclub scene is perfection and probably one of the best scenes ever, especially in terms of action. The cinematography and stylization in this scene, and frankly in the whole movie, is so impressive and super cool. And it's sort of like a David Fincher movie, but on ecstasy. Also in terms of like the action sequences, like fight scenes and all those things, there is a lot of this gun-fu present. And this is probably the biggest, one of the biggest Hollywood gun-fu movies since John Woo's Hard Boiled. So it's kind of nice seeing that once again on the big screen. It kind of adds a little bit more flair to the action sequences. Now, what in my opinion sets this action movie apart from any other action movie that I've seen is two things. The first thing is the nature behind the movie, and the second thing is the main character. These two factors kind of intermingle with each other, starting with the main character and his main purpose throughout the movie, which is to seek revenge for the death of his puppy, and also because they had stolen his car, you know. But okay, let's focus on the puppy aspect, because I feel like that gives that character a lot of emotion and, in my opinion, appeals to me because, yeah, the puppy is really cute. And it's just so refreshing to see a male character who is a main character in an action movie with a lot of violence and stuff pursue something that is just so adorable and cute. I feel like action movies, there's this toxic masculinity where it's like we don't have a place in our hearts for cute little puppies. But the fact that John Wick does, it appeals more in terms of sympathy. And I think sympathy adds more like tension in movies, especially when we're talking about the main character. I feel like that's a very important aspect that needs to come with that whole main character package. And I feel like throughout the movie, we have these like really evil characters being like, oh, but it's just a puppy. And it's like, he was also John's companion. And like, I really love how John Wick as a movie picks up on that and really takes that appreciation to the next level by making that character kill lots and lots of people to kind of establish that point. Don't mess with me and do not mess with my family. And yes, my dog is my family, okay? I think seeing that kind of like somewhat sensitive side, as per se, in action movie characters is so refreshing, and it's kind of like what Hollywood needs. Now, in terms of franchise, I feel like this is a very successful franchise. Unlike the Marvel movies, which are just a rehash of the same idea over and over again, milking that money cow. John Wick, to my knowledge, maybe until recently, you know, they're doing a chapter 4, I'm a little bit uneasy about that, but okay, we'll see. I don't see them milking it as much yet. Please don't milk it, especially in terms of it being a trilogy. I feel like it's a very original thing, right? We're starting from a very original nature, if you get what I mean. It's not like Marvel movies where it's like the same goddamn thing over and over again, but in just different ways. I mean, come on, Hollywood, just get original, okay? You have the money, okay? You have the skill set. Why are you not doing it? Can we just not get superhero movies for once in our fucking lives? Maybe I chose the wrong era to live in. Anyways, rant over. I would give John Wick a 5 out of 5. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and also please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.